So, a EU watchdog protection group, Luxembourg National Commission for Data Protection, said that Amazon's processing of personal data did not comply with an EU regulation on how you conceal identities or how you work on user data inside your databases or how it's shared with third parties. But they didn't go into more detail on what the exact issue was. That's kind of been hidden a little bit. And or maybe they just haven't come out with that yet. So to be fair, maybe we need to see an additional statement or release that will give us that. Amazon naturally protested or is continuing to protest and will appeal the ruling, but that means they've received an $887 million fine from this watchdog group, which will be enforced by the European Union. Although, Google made $1 billion quarter last quarter.
You mean Amazon?
So that's a drop in the hat.
Yeah, like that's not even 1% of that income. Like that's not even a slap at the wrist. That's just like giving some kid the look that doesn't care.
Yeah. So I'm for this regulation and I'm for getting on them. And I do want to know more details about specifically what they failed on particularly. So what is it that triggered this fine? Because it's, again, the explanation wasn't very they didn't say it was like a data leak or anything like that, which it could have been, but I don't know. But yeah, we're going to have to hit them harder if you want to send a message. Sorry, 887 million US is not, it's not the look.
Take away their privileges or something.
Yeah. All right. Dun, 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 dun. Over on YouTube, goodness, that's bright on the gosh. YouTube. So if YouTube is currently testing out a YouTube Premium Lite tier in some European countries with the potential to expand it out into the rest of Europe and the US across the world as a cheaper option for getting ads removed from your YouTube videos. Currently, it's $9.99 for the YouTube Premium subscription, which gets you ad-free YouTube viewing experience, the ability to listen to videos while the tab is minimized, or particularly on your phone, so that you can use that as a music app, and offline download so you can watch videos on the go if you don't have a solid connection. This $6.99 version would remove the download option and remove the background streaming or background music option, but you could still have the ads removed. So based on feedback from this trial, Google may adjust, what the tier pricing is or what it takes for you to get ads removed. So it could get lower, or maybe it'll add one of the options back on and increase the price. So this is kind of just a dry run to see what Lite should be.
How is that going to affect the content creators though? So if you're a content creator, you get ad revenue based on whether or not your video, they have ads in your video. But if you have a bunch of people who are paying to not have ads on their video, are you going to get any kind of portion of that money that they're getting from this by adding extra things to keep ads off of your videos?
YouTube still pays it out. So your rate is not dependent on the ads on your video. There's the amount that YouTube makes overall with their ad streams and these subscriptions. And then your portion is divvied out based on your performance of how people watch your video. But it's not yours is not based on how well the ad on your video did. And again, YouTube's working to try to put the right ads with your video, so that's on them as far as what's the most. If the ad's not successful, it's probably not about your video. It's more about what they put with it. But yeah, you're not penalized for that.
Okay, that makes more sense then.
Yeah.
I could back that
up. I don't really like paying for YouTube, but I also hate ads so much that I've happily been paying that $9.99 a month. So this would still be, I wouldn't mind taking a couple of dollars off just because it's just the ads. I don't really care about I play for Spotify, so I don't really need their music. And if it plays in the background or not on my phone, I don't really use that function anyway. So
fair enough.
If you're somehow still running Android Gingerbread in its latest update before they move to Android free, you will not be able to sign into your Google accounts anymore, starting September 27th. So this could affect people that have had some older phone bases anyone running some older Android, possibly Android builds or apps on some older devices. And when you think about Android 2, that could mean some MP3 devices that had some proprietary Android stuff loaded on them as well. It's surprising to say, but like a lot, I joked about who is still using it, but there can still be some old tech out there that's still reliable and hasn't broken down, and people are still using it. So, but this is honestly no different than like Windows XP, Vista, and so on and so forth, eventually being phased out, because the longer those things are on and not longer being supported, the more of a danger they could be to the user if they continue.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So this is like a natural progression. So this is not a bad thing.
Yeah, at that point, it's also essentially like a security liability.
Mm-hmm. All right. And the last thing for the tech folks, within that, I don't know how that's going to affect Android-based APIs or anyone that uses Google account login. Mm-hmm. So yes, you won't be able to log into your Google account on that device, but if you're using a different service that uses a Google account, I would assume that it would also affect that. So like if you used your Google account to sign into a social media account or something else like that, and if that, you may not be able to authorize that on that older device anymore as well. All right. And that was Check the Tech.
Check the Tech. I really need to get on work on writing music for these shows. I downloaded the program for it and everything. I just haven't done it yet.